Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm an infant Ismail and with me is
Rashidat Morino.
The news headlines. Kwara government begins statewide drainage clearing to prevent flooding.
Free medical outreach initiative by Alhaji Tajudeen Eleku receives commendations.
Kwara-Born comedian Baba Kamo marks 20 years in entertainment.
Mufti of Ilorin preaches unity as father celebrates community achievements at Ileya interactive session.
Professor Nusirat Elelu advocates stronger health communication to tackle zoonotic diseases.
Community unites for Mosque fundraising development in Kwara at Reke Prayer Day 2025.
First Lady distributes 10,000 professional kits to midwives, nurses in South East.
Federal government reforms to crash food prices, Minister says.
Now the news in details. In a proactive effort to combat flooding during the rainy season, the Kwara State government, under the leadership of Governor Abdulrahman Abdulzak, has commenced the clearing of major drainage channels across the state. Speaking with Justeventonline TV, the Senior Special Assistant to Governor on Environmental Protection, Honorable Mohammed Mashood Muazu, led the exercise, which covered key locations including Akaribiata in Ilorin East, Harmony Bridge in Ilorin South, and Opiakumu community in Ilorin West local government areas. Muazu, while inspecting the ongoing work, delivered Governor Abdulzak's message to the communities, reiterating his administration's commitment to ensuring a safe and clean environment for all residents. Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Ajay Nafisa Buge, urged residents to support the government's efforts by maintaining good sanitation practices. A resident of Okapobo community, Lukman Sebotu, appreciated the efforts of Governor Abdulrahman and commissioners who supervised the exercise.
A free medical outreach initiative organized by Alhaji Tajudeen Eleku has gained praise from notable individuals for its positive impact on the community. The program, which aims to provide medical support to the needy, has been described as a commendable effort that benefits the poor. According to pharmacist Abdulwahid Abdurrahman, the idea of the free medical outreach was born out of numerous requests for medical bills support to Alhaji Tajudeen.
What we actually experienced is that those that came the other time with about 100 plus diastolic and systolic blood pressure, we had a better drop this time around, meaning that we're actually making impact. We are seeing impact a lot. And also regarding the blood glucose level, those that we saw with very high glucose level, they're actually having a drop. So this is specifically what we want to achieve with our elderlies. We are now seeing a better control diabetes and hypertensive patients. So we are happy that we are seeing this, and we hope that we're able to do more to ensure that people live healthily within our community.
The medical outreach program featured health talks, distribution of medications according to doctor's prescription, and follow-ups by the medical team, focusing on common ailments such as hypertension, diabetes, malaria, and other age-related health issues. The coordinator, Abdulkadir Abdiganiyu, speaking on behalf of Alhaji Tajudeen, said the outcome of the first medical outreach encouraged them to continue supporting people, urging the beneficiaries to prioritize their health and the sponsor wish them to remain healthy.
Yeah, our expectation from the beneficiary is to see them in a good condition. You understand? To see them living healthy. Are you getting it? So seeing them living healthy is our joy. It's our chairman's joy as well, because you want to see each and every one of us in an healthy mode. So with this, you so care about the people of the community. So care about the people of the community. Very, very care. Yeah. What about this? What about that? What, there's no problem in the community? You say yes, there's no problem. If there's any, immediately we tell them there's problems on. Immediately you find a solution to this. That's the part of what you are doing today. You know, it was from the youth in the community that suggested, Alhaji, you've been giving out the foods, the money, the items, solar, roads, and other things, water. We've been giving it out, but the health of our people is very, very important. That is why, yeah, that is the truth. Right? Let's kick off. That's when we did the first one. Now this is the second edition, and we are going more. Even very soon, we expecting for those who are that have the side effects, that is the eyes problem. Are you getting it? Very soon, we are going to embark on that one as well, because we've tabled it on the table and has done everything on it. Very soon, that one also will come out.
Pharmacist Yunus Ahmed, who led the health talks, charged beneficiaries to desist from smoking, reduce alcohol intake, and improve their wellness through exercise.
My message to them again is to consistently continue to check this thing on their own, either by weekly or on monthly basis. So this will go a long way to reduce a crisis and sudden death, that we've been experiencing in the past years. So
Professor Saka Nuru, first professor in Ilorin Emirates, praised the gesture, encouraging others to follow Eleku's example. Alhaji Ibrahim offered prayers for the organizers and advised beneficiaries to help the advice of health practitioners. Beneficiaries of the program expressed gratitude for the good gesture.
Alhaji Taju, Ọlọ́run kọ́ wọlá náà màmá kọ́ wọlá ìyá àti bàbá tó bí kọ́ bá lọ́rẹ̀ mi rẹ̀. Gbogbo tí ń ṣe pẹ̀lú àdúgbò yìí, àrọ́mọdọ́mọ rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run jẹ́ wọ́n jèrè rẹ̀. À ń gbádùn ẹ̀ púpọ̀. Ọlọ́run wà ní jẹ́ rẹ̀. Dàgbàsókè ọmọ bá sí.
Ní oògùn tán fún yín ló náà gbà lọ́wọ́ yìí.
Kó e gba kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa o. Èyí tó ń mọ wá gan ti yìí gbà àwọn èèyàn náà wọ̀ gbà. Eléyìí náà wọ́n gbà ẹ wá náírà.
Wọ́n sì ṣe
ìwòsàn ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n pè náà wọ́n sì ń ṣe fún wa.
Ó gbọ́ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Èmi ni àlùfáà Búsàárì ilé bàbá Ìbàdàn nọ́mbà 3 Adéta Ìlọrin.
Àṣìdúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run gbà tá à ń lo ara wa ń balẹ̀. Àánú Ọlọ́run ọbẹ̀ yìí náà ní dààmú. Ẹni yóò gbọ́n ẹ lálùbọ̀ àríkà.
Tí gbogbo àtẹ̀mọ́ wa ń wá èlò náà máa ń gbà lọ́wọ́ yìí.
Wọ́n gbà sílẹ̀ kan lọ́wọ́ wa kódà wọ́n tó fún wa lówó. Tá a bá tún wà létà àgbà tán bá ìwò tán háwó fún wa.
Kwara-Born stand-up comedian, actor, producer, Habib Olatunji Yaya, also known as Baba Kamo, celebrated his 20th anniversary in the entertainment industry on Saturday with an heartwarming gesture of social impact and community support. At a special edition of his comedy show held at the Kwara-State Banquet Hall in Ilorin, Baba Kamo announced that he wants to offset the school fees of 6 students from different schools in Ilorin with a donation of 1 million naira. The gesture was in commemoration of the 26th remembrance of his late father, Alhaji Yaya. The event also saw Baba Kamo raising 531,000 naira in support of an albino boy living with cerebral palsy who was present at the show. He reflected on his 2-decade journey in the entertainment industry, describing the celebration as deeply personal and significant. While speaking with Justeventonline TV, Kwara State Commissioner for Communications, Olukoju, praised the comedian for using his talent to uplift the society. The show, which featured musical performances by Govt, Clever J, and other guest artists, was well attended by dignitaries and stakeholders, including Ambassador Yaya Seriki Gambar, Alhaji Sharif Shagaya, Honorable Mukhtar Taradin Shagaya, Dr. Mary Arinde, and Honorable Razak Jida, among others.
The Grand Mufti of Ilorin Emirates, Sheikh Suleiman Farouk Onigidipa, OON, on Monday, delivered sermon on unity and peaceful coexistence during the Ileya interactive session and award presentation organized by the Pakata Area Development Association, PADA. Speaking at the well-attended event, Onigidipa emphasized that unity remains key driver for community development and social progress. He urged community members to foster love, tolerance, and cooperation for the collective growth of the Ilorin Emirates. In his welcome address, President of PADA, Malam Muritala Alowonle, wrote out the association's laudable achievements, particularly in the areas of employment and education. He expressed deep appreciation to notable sponsors of the association initiative, including Honorable Ladan, Malam Funsho Abdullahi, and Professor Abdul Majid Abdulrazak Alao for their unwavering support. Also speaking at the event was former Minister of Youth and Sports, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, who delivered an impactful speech focusing on youth development and social responsibility. He urged parents to ensure proper nutrition for their children to curb the threat of malnutrition, while also cautioning young people against substance abuse, particularly the use of India hemp and cocaine. Abdullahi further stressed the need for job creation and meaningful engagement of young people. The Chief of Staff to the Minister of Youth, Mr. Funsho Abdullahi, reiterated the importance of balanced diet for children, emphasizing that parental responsibility plays a critical role in nurturing healthy and productive youth.
So for me, it's a very good event, and I'm glad to be part of it. The most important thing, like I said, is how can we be better as family. You know, the most important unit of any society is the family. You know, so the family is very important. We have to be able to take care of ourselves. We have to be able to take care of our children. You know, so I advise against drug use of illicit substances, about children stunting of children, and why we should take care of our children so that they can grow physically and mentally, so that they can learn. So for me, that's the most important thing. You know, so I'm encouraging the association and also pledging my support in whatever way they do.
Thank you so much.
Well, actually, I'm here in two capacities. I'm here as a member of Pakata Area Development Association, and of course, my other brother is the chairman of the association, so I came here to give him moral support. So, and like you know, when the king has spoken, the chief has nothing to say. So he has already made a remark calling on our people in this area to prioritize child nutrition, believing that when our children are well fed, it will impact on the brain development, and that will actually encourage good learning, and of course lead to a situation where we have a very productive community where our children are able to learn and do well in life. So which I believe with that message, and with Bolaji, you know, you can always count on him to give a very valid advice. It's because of his own advice that people like us are standing here today. So I have nothing to hide.
The 283rd inaugural lecture of the University of Ilorin was marked by a compelling presentation from Professor Nusirat Elelu of the Department of Veterinary Public Health and Preventive Medicine, who emphasized the urgent need for improved health information and communication systems to combat zoonotic diseases. Delivering a lecture titled "The Public Health Veterinarian Through Ticks, Snails and Community Service," Professor Elelu, who is the first female professor of veterinary medicine from Kwara State, called for stronger collaboration between human and animal health sectors. She highlighted that timely information sharing is vital for identifying geographical areas at high risk of zoonotic disease outbreaks. Professor Elelu also proposed mass awareness campaigns tailored with content-specific messages to target groups, particularly those most vulnerable to zoonotic infections. She urged the regulation of health-related content on social media, recommending that only qualified health professionals be allowed to share medical information to curb the spread of misinformation.
So my focus, I'll continue to look at diseases that we can get from vectors, mosquitoes, ticks, snails. So my research is looking at how we are going to look at some of these vector competence, because we just oftentimes underreport some of these diseases. We don't even say they are existing. So we must concentrate on looking at the existence of these diseases, because if we don't know they exist, there's underreporting, and then of course prompt action cannot be taken. And then of course we have to also begin to also monitor some of these diseases in the human population. So any message to the public? Well, my message is the one I've said, get your information from the right channel, from health experts. Listen to advisories from health, and of course know that some diseases are zoonotic.
While speaking with the newsman, Senator Ibrahim Yaya Reke, the chairman of the National Health Insurance Authority, praised Professor Elelu's contributions, saying our inaugural lecture is of great importance to the community, state and country at large.
Because the lecturer has demonstrated that veterinary medicine and human medicine are twin brothers and sisters. And in fact, particularly veterinary medicine is even much more important now for us in human health. I'm a doctor of human medicine. What I'm saying is important is that she mentioned the emerging and re-emerging diseases are mostly diseases that we are getting from animals. And I want to say
the historical town of Reke, a suburb of Ilorin in Asa local government area, hosted the 2025 Reke Prayer Day and Fundraising Ceremony for Reke Central Mosque, held at LGEA Primary School. The annual event drew sons and daughters of the community from near and far, fostering unity and commitment to the town development. Organized under the leadership of Alhaji the Alangwa of Reke, the event was held under the auspices of His Royal Highness Dr. Ibrahim Zulu Gambari, CFR, the Emir of Ilorin and its environs. Delivering a sermon, renowned Islamic scholar Sheikh Bashir Isiaq emphasized the importance of love and contribution to one's hometown. He urged Reke's indigenes to actively support the town's development, calling on the youth to shun drug abuse and maintain strong ties with their roots. Special prayers were led by Dr. Idris Abdul Wahab Olayiwola, the chief imam of Reke land, who sought divine blessings, peace, growth and prosperity for the community and its people. Alhaji Abdulrazak Giwa, the Alangwa of Reke, commended the organizers for their efforts in sustaining the annual event and prayed for continued success of the indigenes.
First Lady Oluremi Tinubu on Monday launched the distribution of professional kits to 10,000 midwives and nurses across the 5 southeast states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo. That initiative, according to her, is part of the Renewed Hope initiative aimed at reducing infant and maternal morbidity across the country. The First Lady disclosed that the donation had been made possible through the generous support of an anonymous global partner dedicated to improving health outcomes for citizens.
The federal government has said that its agricultural reforms were designed to ensure food availability, affordability, and accessibility for all Nigerians. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kayari disclosed this to a newsman in Maduguri. Kayari highlighted the government's ongoing interventions in the agricultural sector to tackle food insecurity and revive the national economy.
And that'll be all on Justeventonline news at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Kwara government begins statewide drainage clearing to prevent flooding.
Free medical outreach initiative by Alhaji Tajudeen Eleku receives commendations.
Kwara-Born comedian Kamo marks 20 years in entertainment.
Mufti of Ilorin preaches unity as fathers celebrate community achievement at Ileya interactive session.
Professor Nusirat Elelu advocates stronger health communication to tackle zoonotic diseases.
Community unites for Mosque fundraising development in Kwara at Reke Prayer Day 2025.
First Lady distributes 10,000 professional kits to midwives, nurses in Southeast.
Federal government reforms to crash food prices, minister says.
Thank you for watching Justeventonline news at 9. Always remember that every action of today is a preparation for tomorrow's reaction. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tag at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I'm Anifat Ismail, and with me,
Rashidat Muraino.
good night.